September 5th, and it's 9:14 a.m. and I am in my parents' house. Why is that important? I don't even know how to start this. I should have scripted it, to be honest. But matter of the fact is that I'm moving out and I'm moving in with my boyfriend. And to kind of give you a recap of the stuff that's been going on. In April, I moved in with my best friend in Stuttgart in a shared flat. We also have another roommate, and I lived there from April to like now. But things didn't really feel right from the start. Like, I didn't really love being in the city. I also met my boyfriend like a week before I moved, and things progressed fairly quickly. And I realized that I didn't really want to be down there anymore. I wanted to be back in my hometown, closer to the life I'd built during the last year. My gym routine, all the routines that I had were crumbling and like falling apart. And I was in this new place and I wasn't excited to start new routines, which I usually am. My boyfriend and I decided to move in together, and we dared making a big jump, and we got really lucky. We have this amazing flat, and this is basically documenting our renovation series, or this is basically documenting our renovation process to make that flat from the 2000s, 90s, our 2023 first shared home with boyfriend, girlfriend, which is insane. It's all very hard to grasp, and it's all very exciting and mentally challenging. And this basically is where I'm at right now. So day one of the renovations was Saturday. Our landlord had already gotten there at like 10 a.m. and we arrived around noon. By that time, she'd already stripped the entire living room, which was amazing. And while she finished up the living room with Enno, I prepped the bedroom, which literally took forever. And by the time the day was over, the office and the living room no longer had wallpaper on them, and the bedroom was ready to be stripped. And that's what we did on day two, which was the following Monday. After work, we went to the flat and we stripped about half the bedroom in 3 to 4 hours. And it was a lot of really painful work, and there was still a lot left to do. Hi, it's me from a little later. So anyway, after those days, we basically started prepping the flat for the painters who would come in and then put a plain base wallpaper up in all of the rooms that had been stripped. So the living room, the bedroom, and the office all got put up with wallpaper so that we could paint them white. Anyway, the week of the 18th of September came along, the week that the painters were coming. So I started prepping the kitchen because that was the only room that already had the wallpaper on it, so that we could already paint it the color that we wanted. So I started prepping the room on the 19th, and we painted that entire kitchen the same night, and it got kind of patchy, so the next day I had to come in again and paint the whole room again. And by that time the painters were there as well, starting work on the bedroom and the office. So on the 21st, I was done in the kitchen. The kitchen was painted. I took off the tape, we put up the baseboards and stuff, and I actually hadn't moved out of my other flat yet. So the next day, I drove down with my mom with a transporter, and we got everything put in there, and moved my entire room from Stuttgart to here. And that was kind of a long day. And because the flat was still in so much of a work of progress, we couldn't really put the furniture here. So it was all stored in a hanger inside my parents' driveway for I think at least 2 weeks before we could actually put it in here. So after we had done the kitchen in that week and the painters had started on putting up wallpaper and doing the plaster in the hallway, the next week came around, which was the week of the 25th of September. On the 27th of September, I started prepping the office to be painted. We had to paint almost all the rooms twice that had previously been redone by the painters, because the white of the paint is a different white than the wallpaper, so you could tell if there were patches. And so I painted the office on the first time on the 27th and then a second time on the 28th. Both times I think my boyfriend helped me out when he got home from work, which was really nice because it took longer than you think such a small room would take, but it did. And then that office was basically done that day, so we were able to move all of my furniture in there for that moment. So by the end of the week of the 25th of September, so by the 1st of October, we had painted both the kitchen and the office, and they were done. Now, as for the following weeks, we started prepping the bedroom and painting the bedroom the upcoming week, and same goes for the living room. So the bedroom and the living room, we basically painted at the same time. And then we also got help from my parents to repaint it because, like I said, everything had to be painted twice. The problem here is that I don't have footage of all of the painting days and all of the painting stuff and taking the tape down and such, because at times our landlords were at the place helping out and my parents were at the place helping out, so they didn't want to be filmed, so I had to include that footage, or sometimes I just forgot my camera because there was so much going on. So really what you're seeing here is the collection of what I have of the footage. I hope this all makes sense in the end. By the week of the 9th of October, we had finished painting everything. Yay! And we were basically just cleaning, putting the baseboards up, putting all of the like covers for the plugs in, all of that stuff. Yeah, so this is basically how we renovated this flat. Obviously, as you can see, it looks a lot different now, and we've been living here for almost 2 months, I guess. It's been a wild ride. There's so much stuff that still needs to be fixed and done. Like, we haven't even cleaned the windows from all the paint splatters. We haven't we haven't touched up all of the shutters. Some of them are still not working. There's a lot of things that are just going on that I have no record of because if I don't have time to clean, do you think I have time to film? But it was a lot of fun documenting the renovation process, and I hope you enjoyed all of the time lapses and all that fun stuff. We definitely had our fair share of fun here, and I just love renovating, so it was a lot of fun, but it was also really exhausting, and trying to juggle self-employment and renovating a 100 square meter flat is not easy. And we're very grateful for landlords and my parents helping out and all the people who came to help move our stuff and all of that. That's just, we couldn't have done it without you, or it would have at least been really, really, really hard without you, so thanks. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this year finished up, finish strong, and then see that we next year take our time to finally decorate and properly clean this home, because there is still so much potential. Like, our hallway is basically empty, and I'm so excited to get some stuff in there. It's gonna look so cool. Anyway, stay tuned for that. I'm just dipping my toe in the water, doing this for 13-year-old me because she's been wanting to do this for a very long time. So 10 years later, 11 years later, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up for her, and I hope you do too, with some positive reinforcement and some light encouragement in the comments. Yay! Whatever. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you later next year, after Christmas, before Christmas, whenever. I forgot to press record.